Okay, we're here with the HOOT 2 Stage 1 match. This is actually a re-recorded version. We are dubbing over a version that unfortunately lost audio. This is game A3. The players of this game are GreenFlame on crows, Simber's on frogs, Jakattak's on cats, Nadav's on bats, and no one picked moles. I'm also joined by two of the players. We got Nadav and Simber here, and the mod of the game, Turmoil Bird.
Hello.
What's up?
Hello, hello.
All right, so as you guys can see, we're started partway through the video. This is after setup has already happened. You can see that all the four factions have already been picked, and moles are off to the side. Do you guys remember anything particular that happened in the setup process? We see, of course, that the Gorge was picked and S&D was also the deck of choice.
Yeah, I remember I picked the Gorge map, I think after GreenFlame picked S&D. That's the order that happened. And I was also very surprised that Frogs made it all the way up into second seat for me, which I was very pleased by.
Yeah. Yeah,
I
third
was
seat
very
cats you don't see every day.
Yeah, true. And also cat third seat is also slightly surprising.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Do you remember the
Yeah.
players saying anything in particular during the process?
I think me and Simber had a deal that I'm going to govern 5. And I think
Ooh.
they also had a deal with crows to govern the plots if they pick crows instead of moles.
That's pretty cool because as bats, you have those two extra guys and frogs are gonna leave there. Obviously, frogs picking after bats. Frogs can just be like, oh yeah, I can just set up there on the river. So interesting idea for bats to just put two guys on the river if they're going after frogs, which are likely to get picked in a draft. We see
Yeah.
also crows set up in 10, about to turn 1, probably extort the cats. And cats set up in 8, 11, and 12. So I'm curious how that game develops. All right, I guess we can get the video started and just kind of see what happens. You guys all ready?
Yeah.
All right. 3, 2, 1, go. We see a boot crafted immediately. Big 1-point burst. So GreenFlame, starting off with crows and extorting the cats, already got a card. We can't see what they are easily, it looks like, but maybe we'll see what we got later. A little bit of talk about clearing 8, the keep. Probably tried to recruit there, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, keep on the mouse. Soup. Wonder if crows do any frog recruits this game. All right, already on to Simber's turn. We are watching this at 2x speed, by the way, so I don't know if I said that, but we're going pretty fast.
Yeah, my goal was basically try and get a peaceful setup going at the beginning. And just the two kind of focusing on fox clearings at the start.
Yeah,
And
3
that's
on the river is great, and the other
there's
1 and
only 2
2.
on the river.
Oh yeah, my bad. 2 on the
Um,
river, and
but
then
there's the
1 and 2
exactly.
are right up there.
There's 1 and 2 were pretty easy access. I figured those were pretty safe to settle into. I was a little bit worried with clearing 11 kind of, but I figured I'd kind of come back to that one in a later turn. I do believe that I don't go to 11 this turn, but
Okay, scoring
yeah,
with
basically kind of
Apprentice.
just yeah, exactly. Um,
I think I would have actually suggested instead of setting up in 5, even though you made a little deal with bats, maybe setting up in 11. Well, actually, no, cats already had their homeland there,
yeah,
but
cats already had their
would have been
homeland, so
ideal if you could have set up in
that
11 and then go from there
yeah,
to
for
5,
sure.
2, 1.
Yeah, that pretty much sums it up. Just a peaceful start to the game.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think maybe
Yeah.
Like skipping an action there wasn't great, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
But we'll see.
you could have grouped up somewhere, or
Yeah.
at least left one of them undefended, I imagine.
Probably the bats one. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and a
notably
quick
they
cat's
have-
turn. Pretty standard
they have-
opening for cats.
Yep.
Build, overwork, build, recruit.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Nadav with mouse, fox, and bird, ruling over
Yeah.
5. Gonna oversee there. Is this an empower on 6?
Yeah, it is.
Already flashing
so
the bird ambush too for some protection.
ambushes are, I think, not great protection, at least as bats, because you really don't want to waste your cards. But sometimes people don't attack you because you have an ambush. So yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it can happen. People get scared if they aren't aware of the idea that bats probably don't want to use it. And also pushing the cats in the corner with banish.
Yeah.
Time to start gambling.
Here's we spawning the gambler.
Yep.
But one thing on my first turn where I basically couldn't put another peaceful clearing down anywhere really. I guess I might have been able to settle in 3 actually, but when there only was 1 cat there, but otherwise I was, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know about leaving a lot of guys by your enclaves. It's a matchup dependent thing. In this game, with this matchup, you kind of want people like cats to be, take 1 enclave and be okay with it, just because they're spread out.
Yeah, if cat takes your enclave, fear counterpass will be very good in that
Yeah.
case.
But the way that it is here, they're discouraged from doing it. Crows probably want to pick off the enclaves for points the most, but they go after bats in turn order, which is actually very unfortunate for them.
Yeah.
That's true.
Back to Crow's turn though, turn 2.
Yeah, they do get
Bunny
Trading
recruit.
Party, which I think is a great card as close. Just an extra battle when you need it.
Yeah. For sure. All the do 1 action and then gain another like battle or something. I think the other one is Standard Bearer or something.
Yeah, that one's 2
are very
battles.
effective in crows because basically you can just craft it on your turn, then gain it back, and then you can craft it again on your next turn to use it every single turn.
Peeking at the what will be a snare.
Yeah. From around here, I started thinking crows have coins, and I don't think that was correct.
Yeah, they are signaling the possibility to craft it, as long as those are left. But also, I mean, crows don't have a big challenge trying to set up that way. They recruit and bunny when they can.
Yeah.
It's true,
This is
but the thing is, they already has 3 and 4 and move them to 7 to plotter, which
Yeah. But I think it's fine if crows get, 1 coins probably.
Oh yeah, of course.
here I'm trying to figure out what to do with my very limited warriors.
Yeah, no one touched the frog stuff.
No, no one touched the frog stuff. That was, in fact, what I wanted to. I mean, I was like, I think what I end up doing this turn is I think I end up trying to provoke an 11 maybe to get an enclave into 11 and maximize my fox scoring potential basically. It's either this turn or next. Let's see what exactly I'm doing. But
There is the ability to settle in clearings like 3 and 4, and if
Yeah.
you entreat somewhere, you can settle there too. Which, that's just the idea of, getting more clearings with the enclaves out.
For sure.
And
Yeah,
it lets you build up more
and-
cards.
Yep. And then let's see. And then here I was happy doing 1 provoke because basically there was I would definitely still keep my fox scoring, either with the bird or the fox card itself. Of course, I'd prefer to have kept both, but I do think I lose the bird here, which was unfortunate. Because then that means now I'm playing the Fox Ambush, and the Fox Ambush would have been nice to hold on to. Although I don't really get attacked too frequently. But I
Even
would
just
definitely, I would
as
have liked to
another
hold on to
one.
it. Yeah, I definitely would have liked to hold on to it in the future. I had made a deal here also with the cats that they would basically negotiate that enclave and or I think that I was going to reconcile it and that they would get a card
No,
from the reconciliation.
yeah, it looks like they're just going straight to negotiating it though.
We'll see. I think that they end
I
up
think
on
they,
doing that.
yeah.
They're doing it
Okay,
right now. You might be talking about it.
Yeah.
One thing I think that is important to note, it's turn 2, and cats almost run out of build space. They only have 9 left.
Yes.
Yeah, you want to try to set up with spaces to kind of fall back into. And setting up on the sides like this, especially even in seat 3, it's not too many directions to go in.
Or just
Like,
such
sure,
a
there's 9,
weirdly-
but all the crows are on that left side.
Yeah, there they undid the yeah, no, it's definitely a very weird map. I feel like Gorge to kind of figure out. Oh right, yeah. This is now where the fight for 5 begins, where basically cats and bats are trying to vie for control over 5. That's kind of where I think cats wanted to get new build spaces from.
Cat's getting out the warriors for the possibility of doing that, but bats can just shoo them away.
Yep.
Yeah. The way I try to think about Gorge is the middle is like the corners, and the corners, like the bridges, are kind of like the middle.
Mm-hmm.
I see.
I don't know if that makes sense for anyone else, but
Yeah, the middle is just more isolated.
Yeah.
so here I'm keeping the promise. I see COVIDs obviously really don't want their raid removed, so I'm here to protect it.
What a homie.
Uh-huh.
It was a pretty peaceful game at the beginning. Partially because of bats and not too many. And then I've been playing a fairly peaceful frogs here. So far I've been pretty happy with how I've been doing. Just based on like scoring wise and whatnot. I know that I need to get a bit ahead of the curve.
Oh, Nadav's got
So
both
yeah,
the birdie ambushes, or oh no, that's being revealed by cats. Never mind.
Yeah, it's
yeah.
revealed.
Here I get ambushed for banishing, which ends up losing me the governing point. So yeah,
I never know what to think about banish being ambushed.
I mean, bats don't pattern a ton, so that's kind of the only way to use an ambush on them. So I think it's fine. Maybe using a belt card is not great, but I think they really wanted to hold on to 5.
Yeah.
So yeah, here I feel a bit stressed for points because I'm only going to oversee 1. I'm in 4th seat. So I gamble a bit with 9, and I think it pays off.
Yeah.
And taking the assembly back from 6, don't need it anymore.
Yeah.
Discarding standard bearer. Going on to turn 3. Crows with raiding party out there.
Yeah. Another interesting fact about this game is that this is turn 3. We have not seen a single frog card.
Yes.
All right, keep that in mind. It will.
Yep.
Yes.
There
To
are
everyone
14,
watching.
Keep it in mind.
Yeah, there are 14 4 cards in the deck, which is like about 1/5. And yeah.
They're definitely in there. Okay. Crows on top. 7 points.
Crows forcing.
Snare going down in 7 though, making Cat's life a little bit harder.
So yeah, here they're
Actually,
going to take the
I don't know
snare
if this
onto me.
matters. This is an interesting one.
So it is pretty annoying to bats because that means you can't use that clearing as your empower clearing because you can't recruit there. And
Yeah.
you also can't banish anyone out because of the snare.
There's an
Outside of
interesting trick play. Yeah.
Yeah. Funnily enough, you can still banish crows, but you can't banish any other players.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. But it's just kind of a point.
Oh.
So I don't know. I don't
Here.
know who's gonna want to go in there. You know, cats are
Yeah.
lamenting the 2 building slots gone. I'm sure.
Yeah. It's definitely effective. A little bit of bat policing and some very effective cat policing. Because that also cuts off 6 as well. Because crows is kind of blocking 4. I was very sad as frogs to see the 4, the move into 4. I forget what exactly I was thinking at this point, but I remember I was wanting to spread out into either. I think I was thinking about like kind of trying to get into mouse secondarily.
Yeah, so
and
you
then
got
establish myself in frog.
7,
Yeah, I
6
think
on the map. Yeah,
I
that's
think
it.
here is where you really started to feel super thin, because
Yes.
you are going to reconcile, I think, in 11 this time.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
what I had promised cats and what I do end up doing in a sec.
There's
We'll see.
basically no recruit so far for frog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have been very lucky with drawing a fox card every single turn. Especially after losing that bird card, not having it guaranteed this turn round.
But that means that provoke is very risky for you, and you basically
Exactly.
have to avoid that. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. So here actually maybe I was trying to get into bunny maybe, but
I think what ends up happening here is because everyone is sitting on you, you really can't spread to anywhere. And you're
No.
just stacking fox and hoping to just draw foxes. Yeah, it's kind of rough.
Yeah, and that only maxes out at 4 points a turn. So sure, you can get 4 this turn, but it's not great for the future. You're just stagnant without doing anything else. But you can afford it 1 turn for sure. You know, just see what you
4
draw.
points a turn is. I think 4 points a turn is like a pretty good pace. The problem
It's definitely good.
is
if
you miss a 1 score, you kind of fall behind.
Yeah. So reconcile happened.
Yep.
And then they are. I think frog at this point is like thinking what they're gonna do.
Exactly. I'm very thin, trying to see where I can put. I really don't want to. Yeah, I really would like to go into 3 at this point. And it's also not too hard to get into 3 currently because there's 2 cats there. But I am very worried about that plot. I think, let's see, is this, I now, oh yeah, this is basically, I spent most of my turn trying to figure out how to enter into 3. I also
Like,
have I also wanted to do some bunny crafting, given the 3 bunny cards in my hand. And so.
I think what happened here is you try to remove the plot, but you attack cats first in order to settle there, and now you don't really have the forces to keep the plot anymore.
Yeah, and cats did field hospital.
Yeah. And so basically right now frog's option is to try to guess that plot.
I do believe I try and guess it, but
Yeah, looking at that hand, you had 3 possible guesses.
exactly.
So
I
up to you.
I do guess it, but I do not in fact get it right, which we'll see in a sec.
Well, it'd be a funny spot for a raid. So I'd be a little surprised if you picked that. It's probably more naturally an extortion, just because it's out of the way. But it could also just be a snare.
I think frogs end up guessing raid here, and the plot. I think it's. I guess we shouldn't spoil that, right? But it's.
Well, we can't hear it anyway.
I remember.
So
I remember what it is, but I did guess a raid here. Yeah.
So you guessed raid first.
I guessed raid first. I only guessed once. I didn't want to lose too many because so basically I knew I had 1 free guess because I would draw I believe 3 cards at the end of my turn, so I had 1 card I would have had to discard anyway, so I basically guessed with that discard card. Maybe it would have been worthwhile
All right, first guess.
Yeah.
We see a little peek at the crow zone. No, it's not a bomb.
Yeah, I think one thing you think about is like what's the worst that can happen. So you guess that you should guess that one.
Yeah,
For
for
yeah.
sure.
Okay, so
I
you just
also,
guessed once and
yeah,
left it there.
exactly.
That's what happened. Okay.
Exactly.
It was not a raid.
Yeah, it was not a raid. But where I was, yeah, I figured that crows were counting on it being removed, so that's kind of why I thought it was a raid, simply because it was so poorly protected.
Yeah, that is a good point. Raids don't usually get
Yeah.
protected that well.
Yeah, GreenFlame, she was also a very interesting crows player. Very, I don't want to, I'll say maybe a bit more later when that plot gets flipped, but very interesting use of a wide variety of plot types.
Cool.
Mhm.
We're on Cat's turn right now. I think they just placed the wood. Moving a guy into the
Yeah, I think
snare.
here they kind of want to claim 5 back. Maybe I try to convince them to hit the plot in 3 instead. I actually don't remember what ends up happening.
Oh yeah, no, this is the major fight for 5, I believe.
I think they're maybe a little confused about attacking 9, not understanding you go through the bats.
Oh yeah. I think they do get they do go and hit 3. Oh, maybe not.
This game was a few days ago, so I'll excuse your memories.
Yeah, there you go. See, that's the, I think that's the, oh, never mind. They're just undoing moves currently.
Yeah, but
All right, big 0-0. All they need to hit that raid.
all right.
And it was, yeah.
Were crows out of warriors?
Yes, I do believe so.
Yeah.
Hey, workshop going down. Get the 2 points.
Mhm.
Chance to craft something. There's some good craftables.
Yeah. With S&D, I do believe that a mouse and a bunny crafter is like an optimal minimal setup, because it lets you craft the friend cards, and it lets you craft pretty much any mouse and bunny card. You're only locked out of the suited fox ones.
Also, Cats took what might have been the first frog card. I wasn't
Yes,
catching
I do
any
believe it was the
others.
first frog card.
Oh,
Yeah.
yep.
Yeah.
So what are bats doing this turn?
So I think my main goal was just retaking 5 as a clearing and making sure cats don't view it as worth it to get into there anymore.
Yeah, Cats really wants 5 to expand into 1 and 2 and 3.
Okay, sent up in 1 with loyalists.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looks like
Yeah,
that's
this is
one of
also
the
where
least
you start
defended
taking
things.
over. Yeah, this is also where frogs, where Bat starts taking over the frog clearings and locking down some frogs as well.
Yeah, so there is some negotiate with frogs because they didn't really want another one of their clearings being sit on. So I agreed to banish them, I think, next turn,
Yeah.
which isn't the most optimal for them, but I think frogs suffer here from like a lack of real negotiate power because they don't have the warriors to really
Yeah.
very
Yeah, this feels like a moment where bats are starting to take control of the game.
Yeah, having played this game, I think this is my third full like final P&P frog game. So definitely I was a bit, yeah, the counterplay against bats here is
Wow.
very confusing to me.
Cats frog ambushing
Yeah.
the banish.
Very nice draw.
Cats were relentless with the ambushes in 5.
Yeah.
It's their second one for the 5
Yeah.
clearing.
Are you thinking about drawing the frog ambush? Are you gonna let that stay there?
Yeah, I think I might not try it this turn, and I end up. Yeah, I think that was probably a mistake. Probably should have done it. But, oh well.
Oh, you haven't made the decision yet.
Does
Still banishing.
yeah. Well, I do know what happens with that frog ambush, but we'll let the video show.
Yeah.
I
We've seen a lot of players
does not
forget
take it.
to draw cards back in the pond. And ambush is one of the funny ones where sometimes it's the first frog discarded, and then you're just like, oh, well, there's an ambush sitting there.
Yep,
Yeah.
exactly.
But ambush on frog clearings right now is a little bit limited, and
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
some factions
It's
might
pretty
not
close
actually
to
want it.
Yeah.
The main reason I do kind of want it is it looks like I want to set up in frog, and that's a
Yeah.
frog house. So
Yeah, if I were bats, I would take it for sure. I wouldn't want someone else to have it too. And it's the threat. People know you have it.
Exactly.
yeah. So here I'm showing off my pro gambling skills as bats. Yeah.
Was that what was that ambush discarded for?
I think just
Agitate?
maybe just agitate.
I don't see why you
Yeah.
agitated.
I end up undoing it to craft supply trains.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Supply trains is kind of a cool card because every card returns to hand easily. For bats, you can do it to like take 6 or like even 7 actions because it
Yeah.
gives you an action and it gets back to hand, so you get another action.
Yeah, really good.
Yeah, honestly, SND deck is pretty good for that, or for like reveal faction in general. Yeah.
All right, and not drawn the ambush. On turn 4.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that was kind of interesting.
Right now, frogs have the apparent lead if you're just going by the score tracker, but I don't
Yeah.
really like the frog position.
No, absolutely not. If you see the crying as a free action on the crow written next to the crows, that was in response to me stating that I cry on my turn and don't really do anything, especially after I failed to get into the 3 clearing.
Yeah.
That's from last turn is when that was.
All right, maybe that provokes you.
So, yeah, I think now crows flip a double extortion, which is kind of brutal.
Yeah. Alex
Yeah.
extortion.
Yeah, crows taking that lead. 15. Got 6 cards in hand. Might have an issue seeing one of them.
Yeah, frog is
They got Hidden Warrens and what is the other card? Raiding Party? Yeah.
Yeah. I do think the S&D deck is very good for crows as well, because of their order of crafting in Birdsong and then being able to use a lot of the daylight actions.
Also, like just being able to stack extra action is usually as how you win in as crows. You like get to the high 20s, and then you have to close it out with cardboard.
Yeah.
yeah.
I would also say the S&D decks have like some special cool tricks for crows, which I think we almost see one this game. But
I hitting bats
Yeah.
in 11. Got the Enclave for another point. I don't think anything flips. Doesn't look like it.
Yeah, there's no fear,
Convenient.
No.
which is unfortunate.
Yeah, good time
Yeah.
for crows to target it. Other factions would not have been able to like that.
Yeah.
Although one is governed right now. Tricking the
Yeah,
snare
that's
into the
also-
corner.
That's also later what I don't know. I don't think that's ever. Yeah, that snare trick was a huge issue for me, who was given that I was already limited on the warrior count. This is where I really start to feel it.
Yeah, you don't rule any of the clearings that you're in right now.
This is where yeah, exactly. So basically here I have a 50-50 to keep one fox card, and so I decided to go for it, and to basically I need to start provoking. And so this is the big provoke turn that I take.
Yeah, too bad you can't provoke in 3.
Yeah, I think it was exactly. Yeah, it was a big shame that I couldn't provoke in 3. That was a big issue. Smart play on the parts of the crow. Two pretty effective trick actions that shaped the game significantly. But yeah, here I'm trying to figure out where exactly I can provoke. I want to provoke twice, basically, or ideally twice is I think the idea. Kind of.
What would you do with the third action though?
I think
There is
there's going
something.
to be
No,
perhaps.
yeah.
I think it might have been a battle. We'll see.
Yeah, either a battle or a where I just also just don't really do anything with it, possibly. There are
Yeah, but I think a
times where I
third
can take
provoke
my
is
full
a
action.
good idea just because that's 3 more warriors.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
that's as good as the other two
actually,
combined.
I do end up doing 3 provokes here, which we will see in a bit why. It ends up. I guess. Basically, I was really hoping that I win the 50-50 on the provokes, on my provoke actions, but the 2 fox cards are the first 2 cards to leave my hand. So I, in fact, cannot score anything this turn. And so I do think that means that the third provoke was free, and I take it.
Yeah, you can make that decision after you see the cards because you do
Exactly.
the actions one at a time.
Exactly. Yeah.
Starting off in 11.
Provoke was a bit risky. Yeah, getting back in 11, keeping my fox scoring up.
Okay. First fox gone.
Yep, first
Yeah.
fox gone. And at this point, maybe I should have pivoted to settles. I'm not really sure. I just couldn't. I didn't really have a choice.
I would say I think I agree with the provokes here. Sometimes as frogs you need to take a break from scoring in order to get warriors up.
Yeah.
And if you just kept being peaceful here, I don't think you have a chance.
I think I should have
Another
honestly
fox.
provoked a turn or 2 ago. I think I'm too late in my provokes here, actually. I think that taking a break from scoring earlier in the game is better because again, I'm not sure what the bats counterplay here is. Perhaps I would have just needed a overall more violent game to counterplay bats here. I don't have the experience to really assess that. But in general, I feel like an earlier provoke would have been better.
Yeah, I mean, that's true for a lot of factions, but for bats especially, bats convert warriors into points very efficiently through rule and through power. So the best way to police bats is to just not let them have a lot of warriors.
Okay, 3-0. What clearing was this one in?
I think the snare.
Oh, the snare.
Yeah.
That was in clearing 3, that's right. So it was a settle there. This was a battle in one of the... That was against crows in 11, looks like.
Yeah, I'm surprised that I
And a
didn't.
3-1 in the 4th, in clearing 4.
Yeah, maybe I should have done a third provoke somewhere. I didn't really want to also entreat any of the either of the governed clearings either.
I think
didn't want to give
maybe
back to bats.
I think maybe a provoking 1 to get 3 extra warriors would have been.
Yeah, I agree with that. I was thinking if you provoked first in 1, or in well, no, probably not in 2, but
yeah,
if you provoke first in 1, then it gets it addresses the bat problem a little bit for you.
For sure.
Even though you have to entreat.
No.
Okay. Then we see cats on the move.
This was a very interesting move from cats into the snare clearing.
Yeah, clearing it out though. Well, actually, no, that's a different clearing the attack's in. What clearing was that attacking?
I think the 11 to remove the plot on the double recruiter, which is...
Oh, okay, yeah. No, not the right roll in 3.
No.
And on the bat's turn. Quick cat turn.
Again, that...
So yeah,
just the 1 point.
I think I see that most of the time as bats, when you govern someone, they really like that because most factions want their cowboy to stay in the board. I think here I noticed that frogs really don't want to be governed right now. So I'm going to stop governing the corvids, which are getting kind of scary, and move to only governing frogs.
Yeah, gotta let crows get targeted so that bats can have a chance. Otherwise, crows can in fact run away with it. Sure, they can get stopped,
Yeah.
but they are ahead. And bats do take a little bit to build up. Fortunately, though, for you, you are doing that building up pretty well. Setting up in another clearing. Looking at 2. Spending that to battle the extortion before leaving.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just
that's a good
going
idea.
for cardboard points seems pretty worth it. And also, like, removing a plot is always good when you are trying to stop crows. So yeah.
Yeah, especially an extort plot, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Probably the most effective plot you could remove, outside of perhaps removing snares that are stopping your game. But in terms of stopping crows, obviously extort.
Actually, did bad score points for that one?
Is that agitating in 2 before banishing? That way they don't flip.
Yeah, that was the idea.
That's agitating. Banish.
So yeah, this banished was agreed upon to help Frog
Yes.
defend
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
Help them move out of clearings they can't.
exactly.
Back to
I
the
do
river
also-
go.
The river, yeah, with the being able to like move with that rule. I
And
do
here,
remember forgetting actually that we had agreed upon the banish, and I was very worried for like about like a turn or two, like half of the round that the crows would eat that cardboard. But then came around to bats, and I was like, oh right, we had talked
yeah,
about
so
this.
here I'm kind of decided I want to walk with Frog, so I let them choose all their banished destination.
Yes.
As bats, you really prefer people that want to walk with you when you govern them. That way, like you much rather not have people trying to overrule you and kick you out, right?
Mhm.
And
Another 2 in
banish is
power.
a pretty cheap way to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Removing the assembly 9. Don't want to give away points to crows and to lose a loyalist.
Yeah, the fact that bad can just do that is kind of interesting. Not a lot of faction can just remove their own cardboard voluntarily.
Aren't they the only one?
I guess there's
Is there
a
another?
bidder.
I guess Padgers.
Yeah, I guess there's a bidder for Warlord.
Oh yeah, bitter. That's right. Yeah.
Pretty rare.
Oh yeah. By the way, I did draw the frog ambush. I should mention since we were talking about it earlier.
Oh yeah, I didn't see who picked that up.
And I did pick up the frog ambush.
So that's what you were thinking about.
Yeah.
Turn 5 though. Crows sitting at 16 points going into it.
Yeah, not scoring for flipping. So yeah.
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 You can only pick up some cardboard here.
This
Or
is the
craft.
first crow stall.
This is Hidden Warrens.
That's hidden war movement. Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Then the boot.
Good for crows.
Honestly, here I was kind of surprised they didn't go for 12, but yeah, I guess they wanted to get.
True.
Yeah, this is
Cardboards.
here I again thought, oh, like they must have coins. Why are you defending 3 or like hitting 12 or something like that?
Yeah.
I-
What are those cats
I
really
just
doing
thought-
over there anyway? Like are they there just for the 1 cardboard point in the future? It slows down crows, but
I
that's
think they wanted to move to 11 in order to attack the plot, and they had 1 extra move and just preferred to be there to maybe hit. I guess yeah, they hit the snare right and roll the 0/0.
okay. Frog ambush getting used. Not on the bottom yet.
Yeah. For the clearing in 4.
Roll the
basically.
2/1, then that's the only one that flips. The frog respawned for that.
Yep.
So yeah, losing another warrior here is I think not great for frogs, but
Yeah, but they kept the enclave. And this is the last crow action, I think. Unless they didn't, unless this is not the exert.
Yeah, they kind of. This is also where crows start bullying frogs a good bit for cardboard, which understandable, but also like frogs are not the issue currently.
Oh, they had a raiding party also.
So, yeah.
Raiding party battle. Yeah, I mean, frog is not an issue, but also like bat score is so deceptive on this track at this point.
Yeah, bats start off a lot lower than you would expect.
Also, what I
0-0.
also was surprised by was how basically, how I get targeted as frogs here, despite the fact that GreenFlame was like the main person that at the beginning of the game was like, "Hey guys, we should watch out for bats scoring."
Funny
And
how it worked
this
out.
turn we see her go for the frogs.
I think what happens here is frog cardboard is easy to get and bats
Very
cardboard
much
is
so.
hard to get.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, frog turn. What are you thinking?
Yep.
What do you do now?
That is a good point. I really wish I could see my hand right now because I was very much also trying
We
to.
had a peek at it, but you missed
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, I wasn't enough to see what exactly my craftables were. Score and Fox is obviously the priority, and then generally I was trying to expand into clearings where I can craft. I've kind of given up on 3 at this point. I'm like, what the hell is happening in 3? Why is it happening? I still don't know. After the game, I still don't know what was up with 3 and why. I mean, I guess Cats wanted the double build slot probably.
No, I don't think so. There's no real way for them to get the chain of wall. At least not when they moved. Since then, I moved out of 9. But yeah, I
Yeah,
think
I'm not really.
they just
Cardboard?
wanted the smell. Yeah, and then that didn't.
Yeah, because also then the snare worked very well for. I think didn't you banish them into
I think that's spoilers. What?
uh, I thought didn't you banish them from 5 into 3 last turn?
Not last time.
Oh, okay. Then
Yeah.
apologies.
That's
But yeah,
fine.
so another provoke turn here. I
This-
will
Crafted
go
Shadow
for-
Council.
Yes, crafted Shadow Council. Not necessarily as good as I thought it was going to be. Maybe. Because I didn't realize that when I crafted it, I didn't realize it was on my next turn. I thought I was able to choose which turn I do that on. And so that is why I chose to craft it here.
Yeah.
So
Without the
basically,
whole bad situation, Shadow Council can be very cute on frogs because you can force someone like Cats to hit you, then trigger first come to pass on everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
I definitely didn't understand the value of other people hitting me. It's bad for me to provoke, but it's quite good if people actually choose to hit me because then I can rally, and I have militant enclaves without a huge cost to me. But yeah,
Yeah,
so another provoke turn here, but I will still be able to score foxes.
We also see you return to 11, which I think you did almost every turn and good.
Yes.
And
Yes.
yeah, you got.
I need my fox points. I also might have made some kind of deal of battling the crows there, and maybe I think there's like Cats was gonna maybe battle crows there or something, and then I would reconcile. I'm not exactly sure. Suppose we'll see when Cats take their turn.
Yeah. Well, you got 1 point.
So that was huge. I was very happy.
And still have a good amount of peaceful enclaves for drawing, but unable to integrate. Missed, unfortunately, with the hand.
Oh yeah. I guess I lost my fox card again then,
Yep.
and that's possibly why I should have kept shadow cancels this turn round, because that would have been another bird card to score off of.
Yeah, we'll see how it gets used. But
yeah, we'll see how it gets used. I don't remember.
You know,
exactly.
it could have been worth 3 points. I don't remember how many
Yeah.
cards were in hand at the start, but it could have happened.
Yeah. I think I had 5.
Here, Cats craft a friend card, which is extremely good for Cats if you are able to sell it.
Okay, building in 4. Just there to say hi.
Yep.
Yeah, I think they forgot to remove wood here, which is going to
Looks like it.
be painful
They
for
got
them
5 wood.
later. Yeah. Yeah.
Whoops.
Yeah, that's using that as a bird card. Oh, they have to entry there.
Yeah.
Also, 3 is quite a bit weaker after that 3-2, but it's still got a snare there. So
Yeah, that was that was just Cats trying to free up warriors. I remember him saying that specifically. That's
yeah, they used Field Hospital for it, and
exactly.
that's pretty good.
So intrigue happens, and Bad Rod just drop more warrior there.
Yeah, grabbing another frog card also onto the bat turn.
Yeah.
I think they actually draw more than one frog here. I think. I think they draw
Yes.
two.
This is where we
Yeah,
start to
full
see
frog hand.
now
We
that
just
we're
saw
in
the
this
peak.
latter half. We had at one point we had, I believe it was like 30 cards left in the deck, and almost half of them, or I think less than 30, and about half of them were frog cards.
Yeah.
Now,
So,
bats actually have sword and coins.
Yes.
yeah, that's a great hand.
Yeah.
Here, I think I'm trying to say to Cats, hey, I can banish you into your keep instead of the snare, and then you cannot attack me on your turn. And they say, well, I can't promise that. So into the snare they go.
Yeah, not the right answer.
The
Nah, that's
the
probably
chaining.
it probably is the right answer, but still, I think it's funny they took an action just to get the guys out of the snare, and back in they go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looks like that's the
this
discussion
was-
happening here.
Yes, this was Bats. Also, my favorite banish play from Bats is I really liked how you chained the order of banishes.
Okay, first banish.
Using the coin.
Second banish. Getting all the cats back into the snare.
Exactly.
Almost all of them. Only 2. But what's the one guy gonna do in 2?
Yeah, I mean,
Move into the snare?
had it been a 3-roll, then all 3 guys would have been in there.
9 bats
Yeah,
and
and
5.
And yeah, that means I have the guys to empower twice, which is really good.
And a good start.
I mean, yeah, that's just living the Bat's dream over there. Yeah.
And a 0.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Your
here
power
I
rolls
also,
at the beginning were pretty decent.
yeah. Also, like, I think in the mid I rolled a few 2s, but from now, yeah, a 1 and a 0. It's great. I also craft the sword for 2 points, which is a pretty big jump overall. I think
Yeah.
putting me up to 17.
Right, you're at 17 now. You got 3 points from all those assemblies. You just gotta flip to 1 and 5, which I'm sure you fix.
So here I do the classic, well, don't worry guys, the sword craft is only a one-time thing, and then top deck
Yeah.
another sword.
I got hidden warrens out of the snare, clearing. Discarded
yeah,
it
here-
for recruiting.
Crows see the wood Cats forgot to spend, and they move into capitalize.
Interesting. And they didn't plot last turn, so this is all the points available to them.
Yeah, we see they did get wiped out of mouse, so Raiding Party not as useful, which is, yeah, that's kind of the weakness of those return to hand cards.
Okay, picking up points.
I do think at this point, now we did remember that Cats didn't remove cardboard, so they remove it from the 8 clearing, from their keep clearing. Of course, they would have preferred to have removed it from 12, but at that point it was too late to change it beyond removing the wooden in 8.
Yeah, it looks like that actually happened on the bat's turn when that was the case.
Yeah, we also see another plotting rabbit here, and we didn't see 2 of the coins.
Oh yeah, plotting in 12.
Yeah, post game I know frogs were holding them, I think, right? But here
We will get there.
here
I
I'm
don't think
trying
I
to
have them
make the
yet.
case. Yeah, here I'm trying to make the case. I know I'm scary, but crows clearly have the coins, and crows I think just didn't say nothing. They just stood there and were like, maybe I have the coin. So yeah.
It was kind of funny as a mod.
Yeah.
I can see the hand.
I
Yeah.
did not have I did not have coins at this point too, so I thought the threat of crows having coins was very yeah.
Yeah, I
very
was
palpable.
also trying to make that case because I think if I counted and if I didn't get hit that turn, I could have won on my turn. So yeah, kind of cool. Or maybe not win because I had both coins, a bag, and a sword, which is yeah. Bats can craft a lot on their final turn, but yeah,
Yep.
I don't remember if frogs end up hitting Corvids or not.
Well, crows have the point lead, and if
Yeah.
they flip in 12, it would be worth only 3 points,
Yeah, but with
which
the
isn't that
coins,
good.
they get to 27. Though I would say the correct play is probably to just
Oh yeah,
say,
remembering Shadow Council.
yeah.
We do actually see the tea and the coins in the frog hand right now.
Yeah. Okay, so I did draw coins, and so this was also a part of my issue. So yeah, this is where I now have to basically spend I have to spend the rabbit dominance card for that, and did not have as many cards as I would have liked to. There wasn't a hugely good battle. I think I end up doing something in 3 or in 7. I'm not really sure.
Yeah, 3's a
I
good
think you
target.
made
7 could be
I think you
2.
made cats battle the snail.
Yeah, I think that's what
Just
I
to
do.
police the calls.
Yep.
Yeah.
And with the snare gone, there's a chance of getting an enclave over there. It's on
Exactly.
the river.
Exactly. That was kind of part of the goal there. Also now that I have coins, I'm like, okay, I need to catch up in points. I need to craft this coins. And so it kind of becomes a large priority now that I have
Crafting
coins,
tea.
A, holding on to it, and B, actually um yeah. Yeah, okay, I crafted the tea. Um I think for whatever reason I thought it was more worth it to craft the tea and deny points from crafting to other people than integrating there or
Hey, it
something.
could be
You
sometimes.
also
Unless I have
got
another
Shadow
card to integrate.
Cancel. You got
I
Shadow
got
Cancel
Shadow
back here.
Cancel. Right,
Yeah.
that's why I do it. So then then I integrate with
Oh,
Shadow
that
Cancel.
happened. Okay.
Yep.
Right. There you go. That's what the thinking was there.
Yeah, with
Um,
Shadow Council back in hand, it helps get that
yeah.
fox
So
still
then
integrated
I
with.
catch up the bats, which um here I do believe I'm reconciling some things. I obviously don't reconcile 6, even though Nadav made an admirable effort to convince me to reconcile in 6.
Yeah, not with that hand. Not giving
No.
up one of those.
Um, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But from this point on, Frog runs to avoid a provoke. Because yeah.
Yes, exactly. That's also the issue that I ran into in the end game is because I was holding on to coins and trying to make sure I still had integrate cards. Now I had 2 cards that I was trying to protect each turn. And so later game provokes were also very bad for me. And then because bats were sitting on top of majority of my um, my enclaves, I basically couldn't really reliably get other people to remove them as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here we also get to say like a weakness of frogs is most of their burst comes from crafting, right?
Yeah.
So now you do get to catch up, but because you didn't score well in the first half of the game, you're kind of like frogs without crafting. It's kind of hard to score more than 4 points a turn, while
Yes. Very
other
much so.
factions can ramp up more.
Yeah, the last 2 turns, frogs have scored 1 point. So
Yeah.
they ended turn 3 with 10 points. They ended turn 5 with 11 points.
Yeah. Exactly. And those and so also part of that was also I was just a bit unlucky with craftables in the earlier game. Uh we've talked about how Bats has all the swords and um
We
how
also
frogs
saw
couldn't get those.
Well,
Or
so
the
the
hammer.
anvil,
Yeah.
yeah, the anvil is in Crow's hand, and I think
Exactly.
you weren't really set up to craft other things most of the game, other than Fox
Exactly.
crafted them.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, here you decide to battle me, which was, of course, heartbreaking.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
All right, picking up the assembly point. Bats do
Yeah.
need to lose that kind of stuff to start losing momentum, because right now they have the momentum. Crow's already lost it.
Yes.
And Bats have a lot of board presence right now.
Exactly. I think this is kind of where I think there was possibly some kind of I think we're still worried about the coins craft from Crow's tier. We'll see what exactly Cats does, but I think that also worried about Bats a little bit. Not as much
I
as
think
Crow's though,
I
because of the
think
coin.
cats at this point kind of just feel salty about, like, I don't know if they feel salty, but they feel like they're out of it. They lost
Yeah.
2 wood and a sawmill. They are down to 1 sawmill. So here, cats, this is a position. This is a classic I want to go for dominance position, but we'll soon say it, cats have 5 frogs in their hand,
Yeah.
which means they can't even go for dom because the frog dominance is not one of those frog cards. Yeah, which is yeah.
Yeah. Well, right now there's only the 1 sawmill in the keep.
Exactly.
Getting into this cat turn.
So, yeah,
Cats
I think
do have a good amount of warriors.
Can't even overwork the keep because it's the one non-frog clearing.
Yeah.
I think here cats kind of realize their only out is dominance, and they try to set up for like a frog dominance, but yeah, it's probably going to be too late. If they draw it, they still need to draw the frog dominance.
Well, right now they're on 2 mouse clearings. So
but
if they are thinking about it, it's just so easy to stop by frogs. And frogs go right before cats.
Yeah, but at this point you're not scoring 19 points, or I guess 18, so you need to take your Hail Mary kind of.
Yeah, always a thought in people's head. And they do have the workshop to craft Brazen Demagogue if they have that too, which
That's true.
you know they with that frog hand they certainly wouldn't have it though.
Yeah, this is where we also see the weight of all the frog cards being in the second half of the deck kind of come into play, where like a lot of the time it wasn't super usable. For cats, I do believe drew like the majority of the frog cards in that second half of the deck too, and there's the least valuable for them.
Yep. I also think like here cats think about polystemy, or maybe someone asked them to, but they just they really need to, like, they're not getting anything out of polystemy here because they're so
Yeah,
behind.
Cats have to play their own game, and unfortunately they got maybe taunted a little bit too much into trying to hit people, and that's not building, so that's not getting cats points. And obviously losing the wooden 12 is an incredibly big setback.
Yeah. So
But that because they were spending more time using the warriors instead of building, they had a lot of wood left over.
I'm not actually don't remember what we are talking about here.
I don't know. I was the only one not there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the cat was strategizing.
I think we're trying to see how we can take out enclaves, but they're very well defended.
Or assemblies, yeah. They're also very
Yeah,
well.
sorry, assemblies.
Yeah, assemblies would make more sense.
Assemblies is what I meant. Yeah, this is also where I start to. There were various points in the game where I missed parts of the Exiles and Partisans deck. I really love False Orders, and a False Order on a Bats here would have been incredible.
That's true.
Yeah. What happens here is, like, to remove one of my a enclave, sorry, assemblies.
Yeah.
Got that. Cats need to move in and battle at least twice, which is actually all their turn because they don't have birds. So yeah, it's so expensive. Like to ask someone to just give up their turn to maybe remove one piece of cardboard, that's
Yeah.
not something people are willing to do.
And I don't
Yeah,
think,
they-
I don't think cats should do it here. It's just also there isn't really too many other people that can.
Yeah,
Able to get rid of a couple frog cards though after
Yeah.
drawing.
I think they draw even more frog cards.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the warriors for cats just ended up in 3, making it even easier for bats.
Exactly.
So bats trying to close it out from here, getting into the end game very soon.
Yeah. Here I'm looking for.
That's an end game kind of hand.
Yeah, once you get into the high teens as bats, you should look for the win every turn, or like look how you can get to an unstoppable win. And I don't find a win here. I don't think there is one, but I do find an unstoppable win next turn, so I go for that.
Yeah, 13 points in 1 turn for bats. I don't know what I've seen for bats before, but it's not 13.
Yeah.
13 is the highest ice I have seen.
Really?
Yeah,
You get double coins or something?
I think coins and tea. Oh, I don't remember actually. It was in testing, but yeah, I can try and find it.
Well, 13 is definitely a good burst, but it won't always line up.
Yeah, basically, what the deal with bats burst is throughout the game they get kind of punished for crafting because that means they only draw 1, and they want to end up with 5 cards every turn. So crafting means you don't get to agitate, and you can only craft 1 card a turn, really. But what happens
Okay.
in
More
the end game
empowering.
is you don't care. Yeah, is you don't care about drawing cards in the end game, so you can just save all your craftables and craft them like on the last turn.
Yep.
But this is kind of like molds, which can like start the game with an anvil and just save it for the rest of the game. Bats can do that as well.
Yeah, and picked up the other sword at 25 points.
Sorry, it's like what? Who can save the anvil?
Molds.
Moles. Yes.
That's where they close out.
Yeah, and you were also very lucky that the craftables landed up in your hand and not my hand, and that when they did land in my hand, I couldn't craft them.
Yeah, that's
Same thing
possible.
with crows as well. Like, the one risk is that you basically lose the ability to craft them, depending on how crafty the game is. This wasn't a very crafty game.
Yeah, a lot of Frog's craftability comes from what suits are on the river too.
Yep.
Yeah. Here, crows kind of try to get in on some battles, but yeah, this is way too late. 5 points with coins in hand is, I think, unstoppable, even if I'm board white.
Yeah, you can. I mean, it depends on what's in your hand to be able to put it out in the assemblies, but it's pretty easy to do.
Yeah, because one thing about a bat, interestingly, is like you cannot. It's very hard to hurt their hand.
Yeah.
Unlike like Price of Failure, they do not have a way to reduce their.
Another quick turn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, here I'm actually. This is one of the cool tricks that crows try to set up. They have in hand what's it called? The one that plays
Feather.
to warriors. Yeah, feather rufflers. So because your craft step is before your flip step, you can like have an empty plot in the board, and then some players might go, oh, they can't flip that because it doesn't have a warrior. Surprise!
That's a cool idea.
Then you flip it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't seen that yet.
Yeah. Here I also had the use the frog card of a different as a different suit, and that basically let me use my 2 frog cards as a fox card to, for integrate purposes.
Yep.
Which meant that freed up feather rufflers for recruiting, which was sorely needed all game. I'm sad that that Feather Rufflers didn't come earlier either.
Yeah.
But I do struggle definitely on like where to place it. I'm really looking for the coins craft right here.
I'm just trying to get it before the game hopefully ends.
Exactly. That something along the lines of pray that Bats doesn't win. There isn't much I can do at this point anyway, and then set myself up in such a way that I can hopefully win on my next turn. Of course, Crows probably wins before me, but especially given that they had Feather Rufflers, which was a cool setup
Yeah.
from by her. But yeah, cardboard point there.
Yeah, 12 points in 2 turns as frogs, not impossible. But sometimes you
No,
can't make it
very
happen.
possible.
Obviously, the other factions have a better shot at it first, but
Exactly.
you know, gotta play your game how to win. All you can do.
Yeah.
Although with no one doing anything about bats, it really does just cement the victory incoming. It looks like.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay, keeping that
Sometimes what you
coins
gotta
in
do,
hand.
what you gotta do, and just hope bats somehow, like I don't know, completely blank and pass their turn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
You gotta hope they just
Yeah,
don't actually have it somehow.
Yeah. So yeah, companions there was very nice. Basically a worse friends card.
Yeah.
The thing is, the big difference between companions and a friend card is you can guarantee drawing a frog every time you draw, which makes companions much more consistent than
That's
any
true.
friend card.
Yeah,
You got another
that is a
coins.
good point.
Yeah.
All right, cat turn. 1 wood.
So
We're
yeah,
moving
here
out of the keep.
Frogs.
I do think I take companions back as well because I knew I would draw at least one frog card up the top of the deck.
Hmm. Okay.
Okay,
So
Cat.
yeah, here,
cats with frog dom in
Yeah.
hand,
Cat. I'm
yeah,
gonna turn.
hitting the bats.
Yeah. I do believe Kat
also,
says that it was
yeah.
one turn too late, basically, that the frog dom was in their hand. I do believe it was either it was like one of the last 3 frog cards in the deck. Not the last, I know that, but like I think second to last frog card in the deck.
Just bring
So
it after. Yeah.
yeah, because
Yeah,
at this point
and
it's too late to stop stop bats from winning.
yeah, they have really strong presence in 3 frog clearings, and you only need 2 for
Yes.
frog dom. So yeah, 1 turn too late, unfortunately, but a pretty good attempt at it, honestly.
Yeah, for sure.
Good position for it. I do think obviously the table could figure out something, as you usually do
The
against
thing is,
dominance.
it's hard to stop a dominance and so many players that are close to winning. So
Yeah,
yeah, here
and no
there's
one
no
wants to
need
throw
to
away
get
their game.
fancy. Yeah, here there's no need to get fancy for me. So I'm just going to I think I don't even craft the coins. I think I just hit
No.
some cardboard, empower, and yeah.
Yeah, agitate. Looks like agitate and power. Get enough cardboard to rule over.
Yeah, I don't think you even bother. I don't think you even bother with the with either crafting or hitting cardboard. I think just empower points plus
Yeah.
oh, this is where you
Oh,
finally start rolling some 3s for the first time in the game. But yeah, I
That's
think
true.
govern plus empower is all that you need here to win.
I think I
And
do
got
end
the
up
bag.
crafting the bag instead of
Yeah.
hitting a coin. Yeah, and that's it.
Okay.
That's enough.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
Yeah.
30.
there we go. That's what it was. Yep.
Yeah,
And that
that's
was the
true.
game.
The bad gambled very well this game. It was all
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
rules were very good.
All right, well,
Yeah.
congrats to Nadav
There
for
was
the Bats win.
yeah. Yeah, no, it was a very good bats game. Also, a couple 2s in the empower rolls for sure, but also like in places where it wasn't too costly. I think where the important empower rolls happened.
Oh yeah. I am a very experienced gambler. I can roll 0s and 1 very well.
Yeah. Nadav, what could you have done against the cat dominance play had it happened a turn earlier?
Oh,
Can bats do much there?
Because the frog dom just needs 2 enclave. Just need 2 enclave.
yeah. I don't think I could have done anything.
You did have
Yeah.
a decent amount of warriors at the time, so I think it's reasonable to say you could have abandoned 1 assembly and moved them all in 5, for
No,
example.
I think I could have. I think I could have outrolled them on 5, but I don't think I
Yeah.
could have stopped
Probably.
2 pairings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably outrule on 5 and then try to beat up. Then crows and frogs beat up a different one.
Yep.
Mhm.
That would have been how I imagine it gets stopped, probably in 11.
Oh. I would possibly push for 4 unless there was significantly more presence in 4, just for the integrate scoring. But
Well, there are more crows in 10 and
okay.
12.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But yeah, no, it was very, very, very tough game. I was very stretched thin for most of it, and I really started to feel it after, I think, honestly, the second turn already. No.
Yeah. Any other closing comments you guys have about the game?
Honestly, just because the crow player is not here, I would just want to say she played very well.
Yeah. They were in contention for a while, but unfortunately some of those plots just get removed.
I almost thought it's gonna be a crow game at some point. Yeah.
There were some brief moments where I thought, but then I think she really started, like, there's like one turn where I was like, oh, it's going to be a crows game, and then she immediately stalled that turn. I'm like, oh wait, never mind, it's crows.
I think with the Federation streak they would have had it on my turn. So if I didn't know about the Federation streak and I missed the win, they would have got it. But yeah, that's a lot to ask.